welcome back. Another day of 30 inks, 30 days. Today is the letter S, which is the first letter of my name. I was trying to come up with a more interesting fact, but that's as far as I got. So the ink that we're using today, I'm hoping is going to work, and I will explain why. Big truck going by. It's Diamine Sunset. Now, I haven't tried this ink properly. When I did my This Is My Handwriting video, I'll put it up in the cards, I used a pen that I thought I had cleaned out thoroughly, and because I just dipped it to test something, and I hadn't, so it still had a bit of that other ink in it. I'm hoping that hasn't contaminated the entire vial. It's only like the tiniest amount of ink on the nib itself, but it is a possibility that this isn't going to be a true representation because of that. If you have used Diamine Sunset, I'd love to know, I guess, what you think of this swatch and of the writing sample. I'm really, really hoping it's totally fine because it looks like a pretty beautiful orange. Like in the vial, it looks pretty gorgeous. So let's jump in and we'll see how we go. Actually, even on the nib, the syringe, it looks great. It's funny how, like, as you get to know more and more about inks and pens and all of that, like things that I never would have considered, I was going to say analyzing, but maybe let's be honest with ourselves here, it's over-analyzing, is, oh, wow, that is such a vibrant color. That is punchy, really beautiful. I don't tend to go towards really bright colors, if that wasn't obvious, but there is something to that, like a heading or like a letter, writing someone's name in a big, beautiful way could be really nice in that, with then maybe like a muted brown, the actual letter, or orange underneath. What was I saying? I was saying you start to analyze not just how the ink feels in the pen, but how it feels underneath the cup, or even just like looking at that, how it feels sitting on the page once you've syringed it, because I do notice that some of them sit and kind of hold their droplet shape a lot more than others. I don't know enough about, I guess, the properties of ink to really understand why, but I feel like the inks that are going to feather are the ones that, well, this kind of makes sense, but the droplet soaks into the page a lot more. This is Diamine Sunset. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. I mean, I thought I was going to get a lot of shading in that word sunset, but I haven't. I've just got a really nice, juicy line. Sorry, I'm knocking the camera and looking as it, look at that darker shade in there. That's beautiful as it dries. I always get a little bit lost for words when I'm using like a bright ink and I actually like it because it's just so not in my wheelhouse, but there's something about that that's quite intriguing. Our word for today, I'm going to mispronounce, but it'll be fun. Safrole. It's, sorry, I've just got my words. It is, obviously, you'll see from the spelling, I don't think it has its oranges. I'm going to stop talking and just concentrate on writing. Now, if you ever needed proof for why so many other accents are much more beautiful and nicer to the ear and everything else than the Australian accent, Google Translate tells me to pronounce it Safrole. If you were to just phonetically read this in like a pretty real Aussie accent, it'd be Sangfroid. Not nice, not attractive. A sanger, in Aussie slang, is a sandwich. So this means I've had some long, oh my God, I'm already making spelling mistakes. I've had some long, what are these called? Definitions of late. And this meaning, I would say, does not describe me at all. And that is, because you probably can't read my messy writing, composure or coolness shown in danger or under trying circumstances. Do you think I'm going to fit it in? Ooh, don't know why that's there. I look at these people have these videos and they have the most beautiful handwriting and they never make a mistake. And then I'm just like, oh, do you know what a sanger is? Oh man, look, some people watch. Update, I think I've said a few times that my dad every now and then randomly gives me like this random feedback on my videos. Let's call it constructive criticism. And he hasn't for a little while. And I said to him, oh, Dad, have you stopped watching? And he's like, yeah, pretty much. But I will let them run in the background while I'm working so you still get the view. Well, thank you for that. So let's bring this up to have a look, because as always, after this dries, we'll go and we'll do that swatch. But I did think it was going to get more shading, to be completely honest, but you are seeing little bits. And I wonder if I was to write a bit slower and really take note, maybe we'd get more. But overall, it's a really punchy ink. And I'm just really, I think I love the darker side of it more than the lighter. That deeper kind of bordering on reddy part of the orange, I think I like more. But pretty cool color. Happy to have had the sample. It's not one that I would have picked for myself, which just goes to show what's so awesome about making pen friends and swapping and things like that is you do get to discover colors that you just would never add to cart. All right, give me a sec and we will go and do the swatch. All right, here we are. It's not really coming across on the camera, but the droplet looks really cool. Like the color just looks cool. Actually, so did that one, didn't it? All right, let's do our twisty turny. I mean, have I got any of them scented? Not really. So I'm just staying true, you know, to my brand. This is Diamine Sunset. And trying to think, I usually try and like to leave you with a question. Do you know what? Actually, speaking of inks you wouldn't usually try, what's an ink that is totally out of your wheelhouse that someone gave to you or suggested or whatever else that you ended up trying and loving? That's today's ink, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for that question. Let me know in the comments and we can chat. All right.